Unlike other companies who are mostly focusing on hardware, we are an internet company. Our name, MI, also stands for mobile internet. So from the very first day when Lei Jun and I put together the founding team, we want to build a mobile internet company. Internet is a very open platform. People will talk about bad things, really, really fast. So without great products, good qualities, it's almost impossible to sell this on the web. So we started with positioning ourselves to build very high quality and performance device, handsets in the very beginning. So we talked to all the top suppliers in the world, and we are able to convince them to give us the most powerful and the best quality components to build the phones. So it all started with building great products, eventually be able to really get the word of mouth. Just about a few weeks ago, the Tmall Singles Day events, Tmall set a couple of Guinness records, very, very successful events. In that one day, the whole entire Tmall Singles Day sold over 1.89 million phones. But Xiaomi ourselves, on Tmall store, we sold 1.16. So we are accounted for about 61%. We also, in the afternoon, about 2 p.m., opened up our own website. And we sold another 200,000 phones in less than 10 hours. I think by end of the year, we should have already been #3 e-commerce player in China. Every day, we have received over 200,000 postings. And taking into the feedbacks, our engineer would get to work on a Friday and a Saturday, Sundays. If you are using one of the Xiaomi phones, you will be able to do a one-button upgrade every Friday to see new features coming down the pipe. So we believe we are probably the only company in the world that are able to manage to upgrade the OS on a weekly basis. And this also embrace the power of the internet by having millions of users becoming our product managers, our engineers. That tells us how we can build the phone experience, to the best we can. Yeah.
How long do you think you'll be able to, would you need to go to overtake Apple and Samsung to become #1?
That was never a topic. That came up internally among our founders and executives. The biggest challenge ahead of us is whether on a yearly basis, we can push out really, really good quality, cutting-edge, innovative type products.
What is your strategy going forward in terms of your expansion?
I'm happy to use India as an example. Before Hugo and I went to India, we actually don't know the market. But one thing that we believe that we should at least try is to take our existing model and then see how acceptive our products and the model would be for Indian consumers. We started in July with the high-end Xiaomi 3 device. And then a month later, we launched the 1S, the low-end Redmi 1S device, followed by the most recent launches of Redmi Note, which is a 5.5-inch fabric. And it's also the first device that runs 4G on India operators, and also that's below 10,000 rupees. The latest sales of the Redmi Note device, we put out 50,000 phones, on Tuesday, and it's gone in just a matter of a few seconds. We care a lot about how frequent that users use the device to get online, how frequent that they would open up the browsers and get to the websites, how frequent they would download a few apps, how many times they would play the games. This is exactly what internet company would think about. Whether we can replicate some of these usage and services that we find in China and move it to international. So that's very important. We usually don't look at profits, and market shares is what we are looking for. So we will list out the next couple of criteria as we choose which markets to enter. #1, big markets with huge populations. Yeah. #2, markets that people would appreciate the value of the products a lot more. Markets that carriers, operators, has a lot less subsidy. So when people go buy a phone, from the website or from the street, they will know the price differences. #3 is e-commerce. And the e-commerce ecosystem will be able to get the phones or the products that you buy online, ship it to you very fast at a very affordable price. China being certainly the biggest countries, followed by India closely, Indonesia, and of course, you guys can guess. Next one probably be Brazil, Russia.
Any thoughts about IPO, and if yes, which city?
We do not have any immediate plan for IPO. We are a 4.5 years old company. We are still very young. We want to be a startup as long as we can.
Your plans about how you could use Hong Kong in the future to grow your business?
I actually got a bit understanding of the Hong Kong Science Park and Technology. It was fascinating. I was calculating how much the rental is. And I told Alan that the rental is actually close to the rental in Zhongguancun area of Beijing, sort of the high-rise office space. But it's more attractive here in Hong Kong because it has the ocean view. Am I right? Well, right now, our R&D facilities are mostly in Beijing. We haven't go beyond Beijing yet. If we do have a plan to go beyond, Beijing to set up another site, I would certainly consider, the Hong Kong Science Park and Technology Center. And please leave some of the ocean view windows for us when that happens.